everybody's like, don't represent yourself. Like, I know. You said you're going to represent yourself. No. I said at the arraignment, which by the way, I said at the arraignment that I was representing myself for this arraignment because it's just an arraignment. I knew the score. I actually knew pretty much exactly what my bail was going to be based on other bail set and possession cases in this county, especially ones that involve guns. Like if I had to guess what bail would be, I would have guessed $60,000 to $75,000 because I'm a pessimist. They set it at 50. I still think that's too high. I still think $50,000 to show that you're like not, that you're actually not even show, to enjoy the not being guilty part of not guilty until proven so, right? Like, I do think that $50,000 is a little onerous, but the way bonding works, it doesn't end up being that much. We won't get into it too much about that. Those of you who know how bonding works will know. We can talk about it some other time. It's not why we're here. There was a weird thing where everybody thought that I posted bond for unconditional release, but Lady Rackets didn't, or that I didn't post it for her. We posted bond the exact same time. I think now you can see the receipt, but for whatever reason, the county just didn't file it that day, and it went into the weekend. So everybody was speculating like there was some rift between us or separation. And at first I was like laughing. I'm like, that's funny. And then all of a sudden I realized, no, the county actually didn't file her unconditional release, and we had to get that taken care of because the county was incompetent in filing that. But no, we posted bond literally at the exact same time, have the 2 receipts for it. But yeah, people like and this is the fun of the internet, right? Like that story became Lady Raggers threw me out of the house, or I threw her out of the house, or I was setting her up to fail or something. And I'm like, the fuck are these people talking about? Holy shit. That was just the county fucking up. Mailer says, what was your reaction to the trolls in the Zoom hearing? You can see my reaction. There was someone who told me to kill myself, and I kind of just went, what do you do? I was mostly laughing because, so I was the first hearing at the arraignment, I believe. And they're like, okay, we're going to clear all the rooms and bring them in. And I started seeing a bunch of fat, ugly people, like with their cameras on, like panned into the, like this number. Like I saw a bunch of those like weirdos. Believe me, if you've been to, there are places you can go to see these people, but you start seeing a bunch of them and you go, oh no. The court has no idea. The jail has no idea. Like, they don't know what's about to happen. And I had no idea, like, I was in jail, right? I don't have access to the internet. Like, it's old school, whatever. So I have no idea, like, who knows anything. But once I start seeing those weirdos fucking pop up, bloop, 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 and the judge is like, why are these chimes going all the time? And I'm like, oh, sir, those chimes are going to go for a while. Maybe the court admin could like turn off the notification sound or something, but nah, let's just let it go. And I start seeing a fucking billion people popping in. I was like, okay. And then when someone came on, they like had a giant, like they had a dildo on the screen, just like, I was like, that was kind of funny. And then someone comes on and drops the N-word a couple times. And that's when it was that one, the Nick Ricada, kill yourself. That didn't stop anybody, but the court's like, someone's like, N-word, N-word, N-word. And the court's like, whoa, we got to stop this. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, why do they get special treatment? They're not even here. That was rude. But, I mean, once I realized that the news is out there, people have found out about it and they're in the arraignment hearing. It's like, what do? You just sit here and laugh because the court has no idea what they're in for. The jail staff are like, we usually see a decent amount of people in these things. I'm like, oh, you usually do? There's like 9 pages of extra names on Zoom. You have no fucking idea what's going on. Candace Marie says, you talking to cops is beta, but throwing the warrant down saying it doesn't mean shit was top tier response I hope for. Again, at some point, maybe all of this can be talked about. Right now, you know, I did what I did, and I have and had my reasons. And as far as hold your tits, county attorney, what I'm talking about is I did what I did in regards to the warrant and all that stuff, and all of that. Like, obviously, you do what you do in the situation that you're in. I'm specifically talking about the day of the execution of the search warrant. Yeah, like, people will criticize it or people will agree with it. It is what it is. And we'll see. We'll see how everything pans out, I suppose.